me up. Well, it's your brother. It's my brother already warned you, strap in, baby. If you Google how to write a eulogy, it'll tell you, keep it like 5-10 minutes. Tell you a bunch of stories and do exactly what my brother did. I'm not going to do that. You're probably going to be bored. You might fall asleep a couple times, but I don't care. Every time I've given a speech, I made the same joke, talking about being an attorney and loving to hear myself talk. My wife told me to cut that joke, so I'm not going to make it today. And side note, we all need to thank Angel because this is 6 pages. She helped me pare it down from 12 last night. That's not a joke. All right, let's go to my notes now here. I'm nervous to give this eulogy today, not because I'm afraid of public speaking. I just know whatever I say today, this is going to be bad. It will not do me and my family's feelings justice. Oh, it's going to be so bad.
You got this.
It's impossible to accurately convey how much I love my granddaddy, how much I'll miss him, and how much of an impact he had on my life and the world. No matter what I say today, it won't be enough. So please bear with me while I try. He wasn't just my granddaddy, he was my best friend, my bandmate, my teacher. We had an incredible bond over music, but I just liked spending time with him. He was kind and sweet. He had the purest heart. He spread love to everyone, no matter their appearance or status. He was humble. Even though he played with country music stars, he wasn't too good to stop by at the mall and teach someone how to play, a stranger. He was funny and witty. He loved telling jokes, and he was quick with them. He would interact with the crowd like I've never seen. He would make a joke, someone would make a joke back, but he was right there back with you, baby. Just like his guitar playing, making people laugh was effortless for him. All he had to do was be himself. Hot nuts and my ding-a-ling were also helpful. He was charming. He was impossible not to love with. He was impossible not to fall in love with. He never belittled anyone. Every time you saw him, he gave you a compliment. Sometimes he'd tell me, you know, you're a good person. You're a real good person. Simple. Other times he'd tell me, recently, you done good, kid. You done real good. He always made me feel like he was proud of me, and the man I am today was a handful of words. What a great way to live your life, making the people around you feel good. He was grateful. Every time I'd stop by to visit, come back to see me. I love you. Thank you. He loved his family. He especially loved his daughter. Mom, you were his pride and joy. We're in Plant City Entertainment, folks. That's what you say. My mom. Oh, there we go. That worked out. My mom has done countless numbers of plays. So many, I think we've all lost count. We've lost the amount of awards that she's got from them. But he would travel by bus, by train. He would always make it down to see him. I think he only missed 1 or 2 over the years. That's a lot. And when he came down, he would see every single performance. That could mean 3 weekends, 3 shows a week, 9 times seeing the same play. Mom, I love you so much, but Granddaddy really loved you. Mom, I am incredibly proud of you. Thank you for taking good care of your daddy and my granddaddy. When he was in the first time in the hospital in February, I prayed so hard. Just give me one more jam session, God, please. With my mom's care and with God's help, We got to make so many more memories over these last 6 months. So many. I will never forget God keeping his guitar-playing hands intact while the rest of his body was failing him. I walked in, he could barely walk, but I put a dang guitar in his hand. If you close your eyes, you won't know the difference. He played better than all of us in this room will ever be able to play. And he could barely walk at that moment. My mom was his only child, but he treated others like his own children. Billy, Timmy, you guys are like sons. Billy, he loved chatting and joking around with you. He didn't give a shit about the Rays or baseball, but he loved watching the Rays games with you. And I hope you know that it was your company that he loved, not the baseball. You were his buddy, one of his best friends, and I know he took comfort in knowing that my mom had you as a husband, and I take that same comfort today. Timmy, I can't express enough how he talked about you. I can't say enough about his love for you and how proud he was of you as a musician, as a father, and as a man. He always spoke so fondly of the times he played with you. I was a little jealous. He absolutely cherished you, your friendship, your brotherhood, your sonship, whatever you want to call that. And he loved being a granddaddy to your kids. He loved his grandchildren. He loved making us laugh over the years. One year for Christmas, when we were all kind of young, a little inappropriate, he bought us all condoms. Mine expired before I could use it. And I don't know if that's a testament to how young I was, but and my brother told you this, but he always sent us birthday cards. He never missed a birthday. He was never late. Sometimes he would send random cards. Say, hey, I love you. That's all it said. He was so proud that I scored an amazing wife. But the real credit for me scoring Angel, as Granddaddy, Angel started to fall in love with me when she saw me on stage with him. Angel and my daughter are my entire world. So I owe Granddaddy my entire life. This is the wrong version here. I just noticed that. This is the intermission. Those are the other 6 pages. Strap in. On the night we got engaged, Granddaddy said, the first time Angel walked in the house, I picked her. That's the one. Referring to Angel, he'd always tell me, take care of my baby doll. When I had Melody, he said, take care of my baby dolls. He loved his great-grandchildren. I have a beautiful memory of him holding Melody as a newborn. It's so cute. She's smiling, cackling, woo. And all of a sudden you hear, she had pooped and he could feel the warmth in his hand. And I'm going to read it because I had it video and I'm going to quote him exactly. You pooped in my hand. That's okay. I don't care. Poop all you want to. Poop all over Granddaddy. You can poop on Granddaddy all you want to. To make sure she wasn't embarrassed, he said, sometimes Granddaddy poops too. You might describe Granddaddy as a simple man. In a lot of ways he was. He grew up with nothing. He lived out in a motel room for years. Before he moved to Florida this year, he rented a room from his best friends, Fred and Mary Nash, whose family was his second family. He didn't eat at fancy restaurants. He ate at Golden Corral and Ryan's Buffet. He had a schedule based on senior discounts. He didn't have a lot of clothes. If you glance at pictures, you might say to yourself, man, they took a lot of pictures of him all on the exact same day. That's because he was wearing this outfit. Jeans, white dress shirt, jean jacket, the race hat. And if he saw a jean jacket, jean jacket! He really loved them for some reason. He didn't care about items of luxury or obviously fashion. He only cared about the things that mattered. His passion, which was music, and his people, which really included everyone. So when I characterize him as a simple man, it means he prioritized his family, his friends, treating people right, and love over money and fame. And that's exactly what my granddaddy, oh man, I had a quote in there, I'm scared. Follow your heart and nothing else. We talked about simple man, come on. That's exactly what my granddaddy did. Picking and grinning, as he'd say. Towards the end of his life, he didn't have a lot of energy to interact in the final days, but when he saw Melody, boy, he lit up. He smiled. All of a sudden, I hadn't seen him lift his arm. She's waving, and guess what? He's waving right back. And then she goes, and guess what? He goes. When I asked him if he was cold, if he needed anything, he didn't respond. He had lost the ability to talk. But when I said, I love you, he mustered all the strength he could. And he said, I love you back. That's what kind of person he was. He had a certain amount of energy to use each day. He didn't use it on himself, he used it for other people. His last words on this earth were, I love you back to my mom. He may have been a simple man, but he lived a fascinating life, had an awesome music career. All of you have seen him play. His talent speaks for itself. But guess what? It's me. I'm going to tell you about it anyways. My granddaddy was a legend. He was incredibly talented. He could play any song on the spot by ear. His guitar licks and solos would blow your mind. They were melodic, beautiful, and he made it look easy. I'd put him up against any guitarist in the world. When he was about 13 years old, his brother taught him 3 guitar chords. After that, completely self-taught. Within a handful of years, on TV, baby. From then on, he didn't work a day in his life. He played music. He played with Don Thompson at the Miscue Lounge 6 nights a week, and they knew hundreds, thousands of songs. He moved to Nashville in the 70s. After being in Nashville for 4 days, he went to, look, Tootsie's. Grabbed his guitar, grabbed his amp, walked in, hey, can I sit in, boys? He's sitting in playing at Tootsie's within 4 days with a band. And all of a sudden, Billy Walker Band walks in. If you're not familiar, Google Billy Walker. Tons of hits, pop country music charts. He caught his break, but my granddaddy played with him. After the set, they asked Granddaddy, you looking for work? Yeah. Well, meet us down at Walker's house for rehearsal Tuesday night. Granddaddy goes, what are we rehearsing for? We're playing the Grand Ole Opry Friday night. He was only in Nashville for 9 days before he started playing at the Opry. Most musicians never get that privilege. He ended up playing at the Opry for several years. When Granddaddy would tell me this story, he'd always grin, chuckle. Right place, right time. Once he stopped playing with Billy Walker, he was playing at the Opry the following week with Stonewall Jackson. I'll save you the details of that story. Thank my wife. But guess what? Right place, right time. Backstage at the Opry one night, he met Dolly Parton. Every time he told this story, he'd go, she's got 2 big, beautiful eyes. Just so happens she needed a guitarist for that weekend. Boom, he's playing with Dolly. Right place, right time, as he would say. He wasn't humble at all. In the 90s, he was playing gigs in Myrtle Beach. 6 years old, he got me on stage, handed me a guitar, unplugged the cord. Beautiful sound coming from the amps. I'm jamming. Oh yeah, baby, I thought it was me playing. Remember people in the audience shaking my hand. Oh my gosh, you were amazing. Everyone was in on it. That moment boosted my confidence and sparked in me a fire for the guitar, for music, and for performance. Granddaddy eventually taught me, my brother, how to play. He gave us electric guitars. We were just two of the numerous musicians that he influenced or created. Granddaddy's impact on this world spreads far and wide. He used his God-given talent to make the world a better place. He shared his passion with so many. Whether you were playing with him or just listening, you may not have fully appreciated it at the time, but God just gave you a gift. My life will never be the same. Need a joke. Need Lauren. Oh, that was perfect. There it is. My life will never be the same. My favorite activity in this entire world is playing with him. For this episode special to me, I incorporated it in two of the three biggest events in my life. My engagement, my wedding, and I would have played it when Melly was born, but I don't think the hospital would have liked it. Playing the engagement, the wedding, that was a blast. But my favorite memories, the ones I'll really cherish forever, are just sitting in the living room with him, family surrounding us, and we're just jamming. It wasn't playing with country music stars at the Grand Ole Opry, but I'd argue it was the best concert venue in the entire world. He'd make you laugh with hot nuts, my ding-a-ling, silly jokes, and then he'd blow you away with fingers on fire. My granddaddy filled that room with music, laughter, love, joy. Christmas time will never be the same. My granddaddy won't be there physically, but he'll be there in spirit. My memories, we're almost there. My memories of him will last a lifetime. I will do everything in my power to give my family the same memories he gave me. I will try my best to fill my house with the love and music and laughter that he filled ours with. The impact he made on me will never go away. I will always be present and be there for my children. I'm going to spend as much time with my family as I can. I'm going to spend as much time doing the things that I love. I'll prioritize people over money. I will always treat age as just a number. I will never take life too seriously. I will tell as many silly jokes as possible. I will do my best to build others up around me. I will do my best to spread joy, positivity, and laughter to everyone I meet. As we each live on, we can try to live our lives in a way that make those around us and the world a better place. If we each do that, the mark he left on us and the mark he left in this world will last forever. Thanks.